just a hello, I don't know. It's all I say. Morning!
So the sunshine has returned after a wet day yesterday.
Very wet day yesterday.
It was needed though, wasn't it? We haven't had many of them, so it was needed. But it's definitely got a bit of an autumnal feel today, isn't it?
Not with the sun out.
Yeah, it's warming up now.
Summer again.
Trousers and the sweatshirts today. Well, for me, you've got shorts on. Yeah, just checking he has got shorts on.
Look.
Anyway, this week's video, probably 3 or 4 weeks ago now, we went up the Rushall Canal, which was new canal for us.
Achievements alerts.
Saw a bath in the canal at Brown Hills. Not just an ordinary bath, so keep watching to see that.
It was a moving bath.
Because that was interesting. We ended up having to move
in the dark
when it was almost dark from Bentley Bridge because there were some issues there. So,
and then, like most things,
and then yes, ended with a nice meal out. So lots of content there today. So we hope you enjoy it. Any comments below, please? We'll get back to you when we can. If there's anything you'd like to see us cover, then do let us know and we'll see if we can.
Tell your friends, tell the family, share us with everybody, because it's free.
What do they need to do to get it free?
Push that button and ring that bell. It's free to you and us and everybody else. That was Halo time.
Yeah, it was Halo time with the sun
saint.
shining.
Oh, it's a shine time, is it?
Yeah. We'll see you at the end. Enjoy.
So Tasha's just doing the lock. 1 of 9 we've got today. We're on the Rushall Canal. We're down to the last 2. It's been very slow going because the Rushall is a canal that's not really used. It was closed last year when we came on the BCN due to them doing bridge works, which I think was that bridge that's there in the distance. And we've gone up 7. We've got some very low pounds, so we've had to work very hard to do it. And Tasha's just emptied the lot, but we've got a queue because we're following 2 others up the canal. They passed us while I was doing some work on the gas for the BSS certificate test. And we've now followed them, we've caught up with them, and she's now doing the locks.
I can't actually see the screen because of the reflection, so we're just guessing.
How do? As I said the other day, while doing lock number 6 or 7, yeah, we're on the Rushall Canal, and we are 2 bridges from the end, so we're about 500 metres, I'd say, roughly looking at the map, as to being completion of the Birmingham Canal. Is it navigation? Yeah, not network. So there you go. Almost, well, it'll actually be in under a year, because it's only about a week ago that we got into Birmingham for a year ago for 54 weeks I worked it out at. 54 weeks since we entered Birmingham.
That's just over a year then. It's 52 weeks in a year.
Shh, don't tell everybody I got it wrong. But yeah, you'll see us in a couple of minutes when we get to the junction, because we'll do a piece on doing the junction too.
Here we are, just coming out of the junction. This area on our port side, site of importance for nature conservation, because it's a marshy acidic grassland with heather, birch and willow, and it's all that remains of the original Clayhanger Common. This was a massive mining area back in its day. If you go right here, it takes you up to Anglesey Basin, which is absolutely beautiful, and on the way up to Anglesey Basin you go past a junction called Ogley Junction, which is this end of the Lichfield and Hathertin Canal Restoration Trust, which Brown Hills event this weekend is to raise funds for, as is Huddlesford Festival towards the end of September. The date is below in the description, which will be the last festival of the season that we attend. but that is up on the Coventry Canal end. We are also now on the edge of Cannock Chase, and if you go up the Anglesey branch, there's Chasewater Reservoir at the end, which is stunning and used to be one of the main feeder canals for the Birmingham network, but unfortunately at the moment it's out of use due to problems with the outlets from the reservoir down to the canals. I've sneaked off for a few minutes to go and get some supplies. Quick bit of video to show you how busy it is here. Lots of people on the paths, lots of historic boats all down the right hand side there, and then the trade boats start there and I'll turn round and they continue all down that side as well. So if you've come along to Brownhill to support us all, thank you very much, we really appreciate it. Hopefully this weather holds out.
Go now, go! So after Brownhills, we've managed to arrange for some fuel. We've done a favour for these couple. They had a problem with their fuel and the tank, so we've managed to arrange for 1, 2, 3 oils to come. They've come back specially for us. We'll do the jerry can and we'll do the fuel tank, and we've also arranged for somebody else up the top end. It's all go, go, go on a Monday morning after a good weekend's trading. So we've been filled up with fuel. We're turning around and just moving out the way so the boat behind can jump onto where we were moored for filling up. And we're working our way. Sorry, I'm trying to watch what I'm doing. I've got itchy nose from the diesel on my hands. So yeah, hi, Mrs. C.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Thank you very much to everybody at Brownhills. We'll catch you soon. Keep in touch. So Pelsall Works Bridge. There's 1824 to about 1839 the bridge was in use. I'm sure it was in use a little bit more than that, but it's a beautiful bridge. Well, it was just passing.
We had a lovely cruise today, didn't we, to Bentley Bridge from Brownhills?
Yeah.
Moored up.
Yeah.
I went for a run.
Tash got changed for a run, went for a run.
About 6:30 I went for my run.
Yeah.
Luckily you didn't come with me.
For some reason, I don't know why, but you know when you just have that feeling.
We had been told there had been some issues with some kids there last weekend, so we were a bit heightened anyway, weren't we?
Yeah, but not going to say an awful lot. But I dealt with 3 young children or young adolescents, had a laugh, had a joke, as polite as anything, and it trolleyed off. So I thought I'll stay on the back of the boat, up on the top, and just keep an eye out, just in case they come back, because one of them actually stood onto the actual boat to start the conversation. So they disappeared, all the rest of it. So I was writing the log for the day. Some time back, there's a heron just there, and just about to
It's
see
dark
it.
to see it now.
Yeah, and as we turned around and sat there, 3 other older lads came along, one with a balaclava on, funny enough, and he bent down, and I didn't think much of it. Next minute he bent down a little bit closer up, and his mates were like, don't do it, don't do it. Obviously they'd seen me sat on the back of the boat, writing the log up. I let them just trolley off. It's in his balaclava, in his pocket, as though like it wasn't anything untoward, and disappeared. And these were mid-teenagers. So I went just to check that everything was okay, and he'd undone the front rope, and he'd come down to try and undo the middle rope. Well, Tash was in the shower by this time, so I just sorted the rope out on the front and just went into the bathroom. I went, Tash, do you fancy moving? Explain the story, and here we are.
Of course, late at night, moving again.
We've decided, I thought that was football 33 for today. It's not, it's a piece of plastic. So I said to Tash, do you fancy moving? Explain the situation. She went, yeah, okay.
There's no point staying. Neither of us asleep tonight.
We won't sleep. So, 8:30, evening cruise. And what you-
Luckily, we know the area, don't we? And we
Yeah.
know somewhere we can go more that's secure, that's less than 2 miles away. So we
But
will.
what you don't see, sorry for cutting you short, the actual towpath here on the curly whirly actually has
Just see
little
them behind.
lights.
Yeah, you can just see them.
Yeah, just on the edge of the grass, buried in the tarmac, and it's right nice. And where they come in, where the actual towpath comes underneath the bridge, the lights turn red, so that you know it's a danger. But it's right nice on this cruise at 8:30 in the evening. being
Dinner's in the
lights.
oven, so I've turned dinner down so we can have dinner when we get there. So there you go. Chased off our mooring, 8:30 at night. This is the mooring we've come round to. It's outside the old Fellows Morton warehouse, which has got a place called Ronco's in it, which is an American ranch style bar. It is a secure mooring with locked gates on the car park, no foot access to it. So we'll be alright in here tonight. And there's also a water tap here so we can fill up in the morning. And there's bins here, we get rid of all the rubbish. And then Paul's going to head on down to Tipton tomorrow whilst I'm at work. And we're going to spend a few days down there by the Black Country Museum. And then head back up here and go down at Wolverhampton 21 one day next week. So you can see it has got quite dark quite quickly, but we're just about in. So that's good.
So a beautiful morning down here in Wolverhampton. We spent the night there at the rodeo bar again. We're just coming out, we've done the water, I've done a bike ride, I've gone and picked the van up. I've been down and got some corrugated conduit for. The water is beautifully clear. You might not be able to see it now, but you can see all the greenery underneath the water. It is a fantastic day today. We filled up with water, which has taken a long time, and we're on our way down for our first trip into Dudley. I think I might be on a bit of a date night tomorrow night when we got sent out back to the English pub, but you'll see all about that if we get there. So, top of Wolverhampton. This is Wolverhampton Tunnel. This is at the top of the 21 locks. It's only a little short one, but it's one of them ones of, we came through it last night in the dark. It is lit up, as you can see the lights. We're off down to Dudley, so we've got I think it's about 6 miles, 5-6 miles, and well, join us on our way. I'm pushing over slightly more into the middle because there are traffic barriers in here. We do have Cosley Tunnel to do today, and that one I'll get wet in, not like this one, but this has got a road above us. So like I say, come and join us on our travels. We'll see what we see. We might see some graves, we might see some various other animals, but we'll have to wait and see. We don't know what this was, but it will have been a warehouse. It's now a flats. But if anybody knows what the building actually had or was, because it's a peculiar shape, but it's well worth turning around and making a note of. And then at the side of it, there is the statue or monument to the war. And I presume, oh no, it's not the war. I was going to say solar the searchlights, but it's not. It's the VAT for with the slope for all the bits going down it. All the lime or coal or iron ore that's been heated up and pouring away. It's beautiful down here in Wolverhampton. It's just a shame that some of it isn't used. Buildings on the right after the apartments used to be the old Kingfisher wharf stroke repair shop, boatyard, and all the boats used to moor up on the end here. I think there's a sign on it somewhere, but this is a beautiful building. It's a shame that it's a little bit neglected, but like most of the warehouses here, along the canal. So as we're coming down where the cyclist is, the bridge is, I think they call it Huddlesford Junction. It takes you off to Brown Hills where we came down yesterday in the dark. Just after the junction we get the CRT site. It's where all the yard stuff happens and the works for when they come to do the prep, the stores. So our first visit this year, 2023, down from Wolverhampton into Tipton, and we're just going underneath the North Cosley Bridge, the footbridge here at the front, and right behind, as you can see, is the tunnel entrance to Cosley Tunnel. The first time we've done it this year, as I was saying, and it's been right surprising what I've seen. A lot more growth this year in what's on the towpaths, how much growth in the water of all the reeds and that. But let's keep going and see what we get. Hopefully no boats coming the other way. I am going to get wet though, because that's what this tunnel's about with us. You can walk over the top. It's about 9 miles to Birmingham and about 4.5 to Wolverhampton, going back where we've come from. So keep joining the ride. There you go, near the water already. It just comes off the roof there, straight out from above. But it does in the middle as well. There you go, almost at the end of the tunnel, and you certainly didn't get wet. Or how wet did you get? That's the other end. And steps all the way up to the top. There you go. The Bradley Arm just coming up on the left. I've slowed down because last year we saw some what we thought was grebes, but I don't think there's a lot of new birds, new babies that are about, and I could be wrong with what they were as in grebes, but this year I don't think they were. I'm going to have to go looking and see what they are. They are a diver. They turn around and go under the water, which grebes do. But we've got a lot of coots and quite a few more hens, but just back the other way was these couple of birds that I wasn't sure. But we're at Deepfields Bridge, the Bradley Arm. If you go up it, you get to the workshop where they make all the lock gates. So there's the bridge, but this is what we have to contend with. Whole pile of weed as well. We've been down the weed hatch this morning. I've got saris as we've gone. So date night, first one of a while, isn't it?
It is, and it's nearly a year to the day since we were last here with our besties.
And then we visited 3 times in 1 week. Doesn't say that it's not a bad place. So we're having a night out, bar and grill, top of Factory Locks.
The Old Bush Inn.
There you go. As I said on the video, as I came past on the boat the other day, definitely try and get in there. So we're trying to get in there tonight.
Delicious Indian food.
It was when we were here last time. Let's see whether it still is.
Let's hope they haven't changed the chef.
We'll let you know when they get back. I hope not, because they were family. But you never know what happens in a year. See you in a bit.
That was a busy video, wasn't it?
Boom. Stomach fed. Happy chappy.
Had a few busy weeks with the festivals, back end of the season. Last one is next weekend up at Huddlesford, so hopefully some of you might be able to join us up there.
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very busy one. Well worth coming and seeing. Apparently, it's one of the first ones, first time we've done it. Only happens once every 2 years.
There's lots of historic boats, car show, lots of land stalls as well as trade boats.
Loads of traders.
Looks really good, so should be a good weekend.
Yeah, come and see us. You know where it's always going.
Thank you to all the new subscribers. We really appreciate your support.
Look forward to seeing you down there. Come and see us in person. Don't be shy.
So have a good week.
And you never know. You might learn something new. Is that a push the button, ring the bell? It's free to them on us and the rest of the world.
It is.
There you go then. Push the button, ring the bell, share us. It's free.
See you next week. Have a good one.
See you later. Take